let's talk about the matchup a little bit. And open lines, 248-539-9797. Some people wanted Houston. Some people wanted Baltimore. It's Houston. John, how do they match up?
Well, obviously everybody's looking at the pitching matchup. You're sending the best pitcher in baseball to the mound. The question is, how much run support is he going to get? Valdez, left-handed pitcher, and it doesn't line up well, or at least it's not the best opportunity for Tigers bats. Is Kerry Carpenter? We're not going to see him until some reliever comes in, and maybe we see him in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. Like it's not a great matchup, but who cares? Go out there and do exactly what you've done over the past 2 months, and that's overcome the odds. Odds say in Houston, no matter who's pitching, Houston wins the series. Odds say Valdez, left-handed pitcher, gives the Tigers fits. Not just left-handed hitters. It gives the Tigers fits. They're one of the worst teams batting against left-handed pitching. But don't tell me what we can't do.
Well, I'll at least fill it in. They're 26th against left-handed pitching. Batting average, OPS. They're one of the worst teams hitting lefties. It takes Carp out of the lineup because AJ is strict on the platoons. Yep. It's also not the ideal matchup for a Riley Green, who's a lefty, a Colt Keith, who's a lefty, a Parker Meadows, a Trey Sweeney, that are left-handed bats. Having said all that,
you're not going full logical on us now, are you?
No, having said all that, you have Tarek Skubal on the mound.
Right.
He's better. You have the better pitcher. And when it goes to the bullpens, you trust your bullpen more than their bullpen. Win game one. Steal it. You don't have to be better than them. Steal it. Do what you've done the second half of this season here and find ways to win. Because if you win game one, chances of winning the series, super high. Since they put in the 3-game format in 2020, 87% of the time, the team that wins game one wins the series. It's 100% the last 2 years, and you are sending Tarek Skubal to the mound. Astros can hit lefties. He's not any lefty, and he has to be better than your typical lefty. And if he is, he's going to go deep into that game. He'll throw 6-7 innings. He'll set the bullpen up. They'll have the whole pen to use game two, get out of there in 2 and be done.
And this is an opportunity for Tarek Skubal, as and we all believe, and I think I don't know if it's a foregone conclusion, but he's going to be the Cy Young Award winner. Now he gets a postseason opportunity, so we can start comparing him to other Cy Young winners, especially here in Detroit. Now there's a much longer runway right now for Tarek Skubal, but this is his first opportunity to pitch in the postseason and say what he is going to be. There is no better opponent, I think, for him and the season that he's had to come out and just put a period at the end of the sentence, put the exclamation point on the season. Now, hopefully there's more opportunity for him to pitch in a second series, maybe even a third, but this is the one opportunity that he knows he has, and he's got to come out with his best stuff.
Ticket texters coming in, 248-539-9797. Unacceptable for the effort they put out there on Saturday. They still have a job to do. Okay, who's the fun police here?
Right.
They had clinched a playoff spot.
Yes, it's somebody that bought a ticket and thought, they're just going to, the magic is just going to keep oozing out of their pores instead of all the booze.
Ticket texter says, I worked Friday at Little Caesars, said a bunch of people left early to walk over and celebrate. The fans that were there went crazy when they showed the last out. That's Scott in Detroit. Texter says, love you guys, but what you're missing, the Tigers' chances of winning are much better against the Orioles than they are against the Astros. I agree with it, but that's a moot point today.
Right, doesn't matter. I mean, that was a conversation for last week. The conversation now is they're facing the Astros. There's nothing that's going to – regular season's over for the American League.
I understand it's going to be bad for a lot of people, but for me, it's great. I'm out of work at 2 p.m. every day.
Boom.
On the ticket text. 2:30 in the afternoon. Price is Right and Days of Our Lives at my grandpa's retirement home. Okay. Ticket texter says, that's why not winning the last 2 games is a big deal. That's DJ John in Taylor. Is he saying because they didn't get the Orioles, those last 2 games are a big deal? It's clear they don't mind. It's clear they don't see a big deal between playing either.
No, it was clear that, and when we talked to AJ, hey, if things are wrapped up, are we going to see Tarek Skubal? No, we're going to get him ready for the first game. They were simply going through the motions those last 2 games so that they could set up their pitching rotation to face Houston.
Yeah, there's an argument if you really wanted to play Baltimore, then you would have pitched Skubal, but to me, it's more important to have him in game one because game one sets the tone, decides the series.
Yeah.
As much as I'd rather play Baltimore, it wasn't worth putting him out there on Sunday.
Would you rather have Skubal against Valdez or anybody else against Burns?
Right.
I mean,
you want Skubal on the mound.
That's your choice.
Yeah, and I'd rather have Skubal out there against the Astros.